Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a quick get ready with me featuring the Morphe Boss Babe palette, which looks like this. It's my brother and his wife's birthday party tonight, so I have to quickly get ready because I'm way behind. Erin's got the better of me. So I thought I would jump on and go through a few of the newer products that I have, some stuff you may not have seen before on my channel. So the first product we're going to start with is the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. So I can't hold on to it apparently, it's very slippery. I have one big pet peeve about this. I appreciate what they're doing with this little thing. So basically what you have to do is you open up the primer and you run your little disky across the top until it hits the line. Sure, cool. Sounds good. Let's put it on. This doesn't even bother me. Well, right now, but whatever. But where do you put this? Like, I lose everything. This is the equivalent of being like, hey, let's use a guitar pick to put our makeup on and we'll see what happens. But like, what do you do with it after? I don't have a place for this. I lose my tweezers. I lose my brushes. It's dry scalp time. I lose everything. So far, I like this overly expensive, ridiculous primer, but not loving this little disky that comes with it. Because I will ultimately use it and then spend way too much product, use way too much product. So I just wanted to prime my face first because I've never actually used the primer before. It does feel really silky and it smells a little bit like Noxzema, which I have not decided if I am for or against. So I did pick up the Morphe eye primer in the VIB sale. I am still kind of on the fence on if I like it or not. There's just something about it. Like it operates the same way as a Urban Decay primer potion does, but I just feel like it doesn't have the same length of like primer durability or something. Like my eyeshadow creases a little bit, but I haven't used it with Morphe eyeshadow yet. So that's what we're gonna do today and see if it changes my opinion. And it also does not cover up the veins in my lids. So I do intend to do a full review on this palette. Again, this is the Morphe Boss Babe, but the swatches did swatch pretty well other than some of the darker shades in the bottom, which were a little bit more patchy. But I'm really in love with this orange right here. It's like super, super intense. And I don't have an orange like that. And like I barely touched it. I don't have a Morphe code, so I don't have to like them. So because I like that orange shade so much, I am going to most likely be using it. I also bought a whole bunch of Morphe brushes because I had never tried them before and I wanted to see what was up. And I can't find the one that I like the most. So we are going to use my trusty Sigma instead with this orange color here. Actually, let's start with this like beigey color here instead. So this is slightly darker than I thought it was going to be. So I can already see one thing in this palette that most people probably won't like. This is the lightest shade of like brown or transition shade that you can get in this palette. And if you are very, very lightly skin toned, my lighting is washing me out just slightly right now, but if you're pretty light, this will be too dark for you. In person, this looks pretty much normal, if I'm being honest. So you will probably hear that this is not a standalone palette. I got this in the Sephora sale. I'm pretty sure I paid like $35 for it. It wasn't too expensive. And that is for a whole buttload of shadows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whatever 5 times 7 is. I think 35. Does that sound right? It's been a long time. Got iPhone calculators for a reason. Anyway, this is the shade here. I kind of like shades like this where when you pack it into the crease and then like blow it up, it actually looks like two different colors. In the camera, it looks a little bit patchy. So let me just do this. There's also no shade in here to give like the base or set your primer if that's something that you're into. I'm not, I'm too lazy. I'm not here to be doing my eyeshadow all goddamn day. I don't have time for that nonsense. So I'm going to look for another Morphe brush that I bought and now seem to have misplaced already. This is the M167. So I tried to use this for swatches and it really didn't work. It didn't pick up any color whatsoever on the shade that I tried. But I'm going to do a very, very basic look today. So I'm going to grab this crazy orange that I was talking about. This is like a orange with gold and green sparkle. Yeah, I'm being a little bit of a savage here, but that's okay. And I'm going to pack this on the lid. See, this is already picking up better than my first go around with this brush. And I think I see what people do and don't like about them, because this brush already has a fray. Like, does it still do the job that I require it to do? Yeah, fuck yeah it does. But does it have a fray? Well, yeah, fuck yeah it does. This brush actually feels a little scratchy, which I don't love. So this orange shade is definitely bomb. I really like it. I found the Morphe brush I was looking for. So I'm going to go into this matte orange here and just put that in the crease. So like make this even oranger. So I'm just putting that in the outer corner and kind of like going into the actual orbital socket here. If this hurts you, don't do it. So when I say I'm like lazy with my makeup, it's really not a joke. Like, this is pretty much where we're gonna end it with this, because good enough for me. I will just blend this out just slightly. So I'm going to use the black shade in the corner here as well. One thing I will say about this black shade is when I swatched it, it was so creamy. Like, I actually looked at my finger to make sure I didn't have something else on it. It was crazy. Apparently, I think it's Halloween again. Whoa. Much too much. What have I done? Immediate regret. Okay, settle down, settle down. Okay, so the black is really pigmented, so be really careful. If you don't have this palette and have no intentions to use this palette, but you like this look, any orange will do. Let's be real here. It's really just light orange, bright orange, and a shimmer orange, and some black. You don't have to have every palette. You just need the colors. So, I'm just going to set the palette aside for now and zoom you back out to do the rest of my face. So, my skin feels nice from that primer, but I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this when I'm all done. Okay, so I'm actually gonna mix two foundations today. One is the YSL All Hours in the shade, something I can't read, B30. That's exciting, gotta love when it's a code. And the Huda Beauty foundation in Cheesecake. So I've definitely talked about this before. I'm not sure I've talked about the Huda Beauty foundation before. I really like them both. The reason I am mixing them is because the YSL is too light for me right now and the Huda Beauty is too dark, so I need to mix them. The Huda Beauty one is super full coverage, so I'm only going to use like half of a pump of it. I actually like it way more than I thought I would ever like it. And I'm going to go in with a Morphe M439. This seems like a Morphe advertised video. I promise you it's actually not. It just, there was a whole bunch of stuff I hadn't tried before. Oh god, this is making me look crazy. There's a whole bunch of stuff from Morphe I'd never tried before and I wanted to give them a go. So this is where we are at. Well, this brush just kind of like eats up product, which I'm not in love with. I don't actually know if it's for foundation or if it's for something else, but whatever. I'm like the worst standard beauty guru ever on record. Do you ever like watch makeup videos and they're at like this stage and you just think, holy shit, you look like a crazy person? what have you done to yourself? Because watching in my monitor, that's how I feel right now. Ghost face. So far, I don't think I'm loving that Tatcha primer. That may go back. So it's probably gonna be really hard for you to see because the lighting is blowing me out. But I'm not really loving. Like, I can really see my pores through here, like, pretty intensely. Like, I don't know if it's the brush, I don't know if it's the primer, but I almost want to wash my face. Okay, please don't be one of those makeup days. So that was just a Fit Me concealer, which I've definitely used a million times on my channel, and everybody knows I pretty much like it. Oh my god, I hate my makeup so far. What is happening? I need to resurrect this somehow. All right, hoping to save me from myself, I'm going to use the Stay Matte Powder in 003 Natural, just on a fluffy brush, and hope to hell someone can save me. What is happening to my lips? I'm really glad you guys are experiencing this with me. So great. Oh look, I just hit pan for the multitude of millionth of time, I'm sure. It looks like something I've definitely repressed. Just while I have my captive audience, I'm thinking about when I do my empties, I will actually tally the amount of money spent. How do we feel about that? All right, reaching for my replacement shade and light palette, I'm going to use the banana shade in the middle here to see if I can fix up some of this. It's looking like hella what the frig balls is going on. I used to use this religiously. Like, I burned through one of these whole palettes in pretty much no time at all. I need to stop looking at the monitor because I feel like it's making me look worse than it actually looks. Because in my mirror, I look normal. Yeah, in my mirror, I look normal. So I'm going to go into this shade here. Actually, I'm a liar. I'm going to use my Kevyn Aucoin Making Faces. So I had picked this up in the spring rouge sale and I never really used it. I only tried it once or twice and then it went in my drawer. Sometimes that happens. So I'm going to use the top shade here in Sculpt. So this thing basically has 3 little books and this is the 3rd one. And we're gonna give me some face pack. Good thing I'll be in the dark for most of the night. So I have gained quite a bit of weight since being on and off YouTube over the years and, you know, just aging, and I started a little bit later on YouTube, like later in my life. So I'm going to just be real straight here and excuse me while I make myself lose weight with makeup. I've always really liked the Kevyn Aucoin contouring shades. I actually had the original, the Contour Book 2 that I did a video on a very long time ago. It was very well received. And I really liked it, and I actually just broke it into a million pieces accidentally very recently, so I'm kind of sad about that. But I had this one on in the mail when that happened. So it's almost like I knew what was gonna happen. I'm going to try out this bronze Desert Nights in the bottom here along my hairline to try and sort that out a little bit. I am really loving this orange still, like, I have to say it. I feel like every time I go out, people expect a lot of me with my makeup, and then if I'm like having a bad makeup day, it really throws me off. Just gonna throw a little bit more weight loss in here. Stand by. I don't love the highlight shade that's in here. It doesn't really do too much for me, if I'm being honest. It doesn't really highlight as in like a highlight like See Me From the Sky or See Me From Space, but it also doesn't really highlight in like a contour highlight kind of way. All right, so I think we're in an okay spot here. Let me just, another 5 pounds needs to get shaved off here. Hold on. There we go. And I'm skinny in my face. Ish. Okay, another product that kind of surprised me, and I actually ordered this from BoxyCharm using the points that they have, is this Winky Lux. It's like honestly, I wish I kept the packaging so I could tell you exactly what it's called, but it's like a Winky Lux brow pencil. It's very similar to the Anastasia brow pencil, not the Brow Wiz, but the other one. And I never actually tried that one, but it's got the same idea. Wet n Wild also has something like this, but the Wet n Wild one is not my favorite. I actually had used that in my full face of Wet n Wild and returned it. It was way too thick. And this is a universal pencil. After using the Tanya Crooks pencil for so long, I actually kind of got used to using a pencil. So when I'm being lazy, which is clearly right now, I started using this one as well. But yeah, I like this because it's fairly low effort and it doesn't take a long time to do my brows. Okay, so the laziness is real. It's good enough for me for now. It's not perfect, but they're there. And just to go over it with a little bit extra, I'm going to use the Essence Give Me Brow. Well, maybe not. This is gonna go probably terribly wrong. I have a lot of eyebrow hair. It actually gets really long, and it gets really long really fast. But when I use the brow gels, it's like bananas. It's like almost too much. I can't even deal with it. Okay, we're gonna go back into the Making Faces book into chapter 2, which is Blush and Define. And the two blushes in here are pretty intense. So let's see how much damage we can do. I'm going to use the Dolene one, which is like a little peachier. And I prefer not real synthetic brushes. There we go. I prefer synthetic brushes to real hair brushes for blush. I just feel like real hair brushes are almost too much for blush for me, and these blushes are super, super pigmented. Like the first time I used this, I ended up with this big crazy streak. I look like a kooky person. Probably should have went with like a peachy blush, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, whatever. Okay, so the highlighter I'm going to use is the Fenty Hustla Baby. This is from the little gift set that I got, and I know I've talked about before. And I'm going to use it on the Morphe F510, which is like a long, large taper brush. So I already had hairs fall out of this, and another one just fell out just now. And I like to be a real savage with this. Just straight savagery, rah! Okay, I think that primer is meant to like screw with us a little bit because now my skin looks wonderful. I don't normally do this, so I thought I would try it out. So that later I can look oily as fuck. Okay, okay. I'm going to take the same highlighter and put it under my brow bone as well. Who doesn't love some super extra multitasking products? Plus this is like a goldish type highlight, so it's like a gold, rose gold shift sort of. It's almost orange. I look so tan in the mirror. Why do I look so washed out in the video? My monitor is scoring with me too. Okay, holy shit. Do you see this? Do you see this? It looks like I've been sweating. Looks like I've been sweating. All right, just because I don't want to look like a total pumpkin, I'm going to probably deal with some of these greens in here. Let me see what I want to do. I know I got another Morphe brush in here. This is a Morphe 432. It's like a definer, skinny. See? So let's use this Sarmy green here because I don't know why not. I don't know why I'm putting green down here. I'm also going to try my hand at lashes for the first time in a very long time. Not on camera because we'll be here until next year. We'll be celebrating next Christmas. Christmas 2019 when Candace finishes putting lashes on. I'm actually getting my lash extensions put back on tomorrow. So the next video you see, I will be beautiful with lash extensions. So like, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I feel like I want some more something with this look. So let me just go ahead and get some NYX glitter goals. And I've definitely not talked about these before, but my mom brought me this back from the States, from Target, and boom. I don't feel like they're really talked about, and I don't really know why. So let me just pat that here like this. Just because I want to be extra. And this is probably why people expect things of me with my makeup, because I'm always extra. How would you feel about sharing a birthday with your spouse? I would hate it. We don't even really celebrate my birthday, and we definitely celebrate his. But still no, I don't think so. Okay. Like, tell me you see this. It just adds a little something else. So I'm going to take another one of these green shades and I'm going to pop it in my inner corner. Maybe this one here is just like a kind of in between a gold and a green. I feel like these moves are what make people question my life choices. Nope, it's like yellow. Whatever, close enough. That's the thing about makeup. Everyone's like, oh my god, those colors don't go. Everything goes. Everything goes. All it has to do is actually stick to your face. If it sticks to your face, it goes. So far, so good with this palette. When I do the full review, I'll do a completely different look using hopefully some of the dark ones. I'll do a look on this side and a look on this side and hope you enjoy it. I said that I probably wouldn't review it, but now that I have it, I kind of want to because I see some similarities between it and the Jaclyn Hill Vault, which I'm pointing over there because it's over there. Okay, I'm going to get dressed and put on some lashes and some liner and I'll be back. All right, so quick realization that the lashes are a fail mission. I honestly, nope. As soon as I poured the glue out, I knew I was wrong. Smelled like fish. Just, nope, no thank you. So I'm going to put some mascara and liner on here and you can watch me struggle that out. So I'm going to use the NYC liner, which is like my holy grail. This is like my millionth of these. They're only like $4 and they're awesome. I don't have a lot of holy grail products, but this one most definitely is. So I get asked all the time like how I can do my liner so fast when people see me do it. And I don't do it on camera very often. But my honest to God main trick is this freaking eyeliner and just making it your bitch. Like, don't be like, oh, I'm so careful, I'm so careful. Just be like, no bitch, boom, it's on, you're on my face. I don't even care. And then eventually you just get really confident with it and it doesn't even matter. I'm going to use the It Cosmetics Superhero mascara that came in the BoxyCharm this month. I really like putting it on. I don't so much like taking it off, but it does give me some pretty killer lashes, so we're gonna just go with it again. Diesel barking. In hindsight, I should have used my dip brow, I think. I don't think my brows are ready for a night out. It's okay, neither am I. I'm too old for this shit. I'm comfy, I got some on my eyelid. Hello. Every time I do my makeup, I like to channel Julia Child. Never apologize. It's always just a happy accident. So the reason I don't love taking this off is it almost like fuses to your lashes. So it takes like a day or two for me to get it off. Even if I use like an oil to try and break it down, it is impervious. Which is probably a good thing. especially if you're one of those people that has mascara transfer problems, but for me, it just gives me like volume and length, and then further down the road, a headache trying to get it off. What do we think? Do we think nude lip or something a little bit more aggressive? So let's get rid of foundation butthole lips first. So what I think I'm gonna do is just throw in a liner and some of the Fenty Gloss Bomb so you can see how that looks. As stated, we're going to use the Fenty Gloss Bomb as well. And I'm loving this. I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. All right, so this is the finished makeup look. I'm gonna toss on some setting spray. For setting spray, I'm, to keep with today's trend, going to use the Morphe Setting Continuous Spray. Now I'm gonna... Okay guys, sorry, I know this video was a little bit scattered, but so far I'm liking the palette. Be careful with that black. I don't really know what's going on there. And if you haven't yet, just lip brush.